Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Woodland Chapel, Center for Spiritual Living. And it's so wonderful to see you guys here this morning. And I forgot to put in the constant contact that we have air conditioning. So to remind people that it's a very cool place to be in many, many ways. So I am Reverend Julie Applegate. For those of you who are here for the first time or second time, I've been gone. So I'm so happy to be back. I had to come today regardless because I just miss you guys so much. So anyone, I know that there's someone here for a first time, so welcome. And there's a guest packet that tells you about Centers for Spiritual Living. So if you haven't got one, I think there's one out by the door. Sue, did they have one? Okay, so welcome. I was here over, and I think we have a birthday this morning. Yeah. Phyllis.
We
Phyllis
should sing.
Kerr. I won't say how many years because I don't actually know, but so let us just embrace her with a wonderful happy birthday.
Phyllis, happy birthday.
My wife is having a birthday today. August 10th, 19, whatever it was she was born. Oh, we're going to sing Happy Birthday, Phyllis. How's that sound?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phyllis. Happy birthday to you. That was good. 39, that sounds right.
Yeah, so on that joyful note, I just want to remind everyone there is food downstairs and treats afterwards, and I assume coffee and all that stuff. I already tasted the food, so I can tell you it's down there. I was starving this morning. So anyway, please do come down afterwards for snacks and conversation. And then on the line of food, next week, a soup for the soul. And so if you would like to sign up to bring a soup or a dessert or whatnot, or just come, it's a fundraiser, and we have been able to do some wonderful things here because of that fundraiser. Important things that when you own a building or a house, many of you know what that means. There's always some maintenance going on. So, and you have on the back of your bulletin more announcements and the dates for the garden party. Because if you're here for the first time and you haven't wandered around, there's a beautiful meditation garden down by I know it's a creek, but I call it a river because it just seems so big. A beautiful meditation garden down there, and so we can all maintain this sacred space. And there's a garden party on September 13th. Oh, and our outdoor service, which we all really love, kind of putting a cap on the summer, down in the meditation garden, actually, our outdoor service, which is the last Sunday of the month. And I just want to welcome R.A.R. Music. We love her so much. So good to see you this morning, R.A.
Good morning.
And our message this morning is our wonderful, beloved Reverend Don Kerr, who is just the nicest person you ever want to meet. Remember that, Don? Yeah. So I just want to before we begin our service formally, I just want to say something about prayer treatment. And here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we have what is called practitioners who have studied many years to develop a consciousness of prayer and holding you in prayer and knowing the truth for you. And I have to tell you, and I'm not going to spend, it'll be a whole talk, and don't want to tell private things anyway, but you guys, prayer treatment works. After all these years, and it's been a journey to move from a God out there to an inner presence and a law that works. But every moment of my life now, I'm aware of how this prayer works. And I got to tell you, this last month, it has been demonstration after demonstration after demonstration. And so if you feel in the need for prayer, there is a form, and there should be in the front of where you're sitting, or out in the library is a prayer treatment box. You can fill that out. You can either drop it in the offertory basket when it comes around, or you can put it in that prayer treatment box as confidential, and you can put your name or not put your name, because I have a feeling that this greater power and presence knows who you are anyway. So, yeah, on that note, let us stand and sing.
Let's do it. Good morning, everyone. If you are willing and able, please stand and sing with me. This is a song I wrote a handful of years ago called All Is Love. I think you'll all catch on pretty quickly. I am rooting down into, I am rooting down, I am rooting down into all I am, all I am, all I am. That's it. Now another verse. Here we go. I am reaching out into, I am reaching out, I am reaching out into all I am, all I am, all I am. Expanding, I'm expanding, everlasting, knowing deep within my soul. I'm expanding, everlasting, all for love, all for love, all for love. All is love. All is love. All is love. All is love. Very nice, everyone. All right, speaking of love, this is a Michael Gott song with an additional Karen Drucker verse, if you are familiar with these names. This is called There Is Only Love. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Good morning. I invite you to join me as I turn within, not to shut the world out, but to grow closer to that inner light that dwells within, and embracing this one perfect moment we call now. I invite you to know with me that there is one power in the universe, and it holds us in great loving embrace. I know that it blesses this service as it unfolds, and it brings us messages. Each has a message that needs to be heard and embraced with each heart. I know that each person has come here by divine appointment, by choice, to embrace the love that is in this world, that we reach for, and we exemplify. We are part of that love. We are that love. We embrace that love. We reflect that love. So I'm grateful to be here with you today. I'm grateful for this word, for this message that is coming to us today. I'm grateful for each individual that has come. And with gratitude in my heart, I release this word into the law, knowing it is done as spoken, and through grace, so much more. Please join me in affirming, and so it is. In your program, under group affirmations in blue, please join me in saying, daily I make choices that reflect my inner light, so my life continues to reflect divine love, and so it is.
Good morning. To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance. Oscar Wilde. We cannot live a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is a choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals. Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind. Today's reading comes from the Science of Mind magazine and is entitled My One True Love. We might be tempted to think that one day we will stumble upon our one true love. Yet the truth is that it has always been right here. We have always been right here. Our society is obsessed with romance. Our stories, movies, poetry, and hearts focus on the other person, someone we can find and convince to love us. We revere lifelong romances, and indeed they are wonderful. However, I agree with Oscar Wilde and feel that we completely underestimate the power of the lifelong romance we can have with ourselves if we just let ourselves fall in love with ourselves. To fall in love with ourselves requires some of the same things as a great romance with another person. We must be willing to see the truth of who we are. We must be willing to be interested in who we are. We must be willing to have our best interests at heart. We must be willing to find ourselves captivating and fascinating. These are choices we must make if we desire to cultivate a deep appreciation for our own well-being and happiness. Falling in love with ourselves involves treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and respect, and recognizing our inherent worth and value. It's not about arrogance or narcissism, but rather about developing a healthy sense of self-esteem and prioritizing our own needs. Many years ago, Louise Hay made it popular to stand in front of a mirror, look into our own eyes, and profess our love for ourselves. I think we should popularize this again. We can make time each day, maybe shortly after we wake up, to stop and say your name, I love you. Or we can promise to do this each time we come across a mirror. Raise your hand if you're willing to give this a try. Come on. Let's go for 100%. Let's go. Come on. 99% is good. Today's bonus affirmation: I love myself just the way I am, knowing I am the perfect and unique expression of spirit. I accept myself fully, for the divine lives in and as me now. I radiate love, wholeness, and peace, and I am grateful for the gift of my being. Thank you.
I just love when the pieces fit together, you know? Like you're reading and then the song I'm about to play. Woohoo! Love it when spirit moves through me like that. This is called Only I. The path is long, but I am calm. Only I can hold out hope. The road it winds, I come to find. Only I can keep the faith. I close my eyes and listen. Only I can hear inside. When I stop and listen, I always hear I am enough. When it's lost its charm in the hardest part, only I can bring the joy. In the hardest times, I come to find only I can shine my light. I close my eyes and listen. Only I can hear inside. cycles go around and round. I close my eyes and listen. Only I can hear inside. And when I stop and listen, I always hear I am enough. I am enough. Ooh, I am enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you. Don't leave, don't leave. We want more music. No. You're not leaving the building. Good morning, everybody. Morning. My gosh. I like to say greetings and salutations. That's one of my favorite greetings. What does salutations mean? Look that up sometime. It's kind of interesting. So it kind of fits when we say greetings and salutations. We like to add to that like the namaste. The divine in me honors and says hello to the divine in you. Kind of the same thing, only just different. So here we are, wrapped in the arms of life, learning how to experience love more, expanding evermore. I like the word forevermore. I've always loved that song, Forevermore. You know, in our program, it says our topic of today is My Life Expands, Love to New Heights. Dang, that sounds good, you know. So expanding love to new heights. I just want to ask, is there anyone here today who would not like love expanding to new heights in their life? Raise your hand. No? Not one hand. That's a good sign. Okay. One thing I like is our congregants mostly don't mind addressing we ministers, coming up and telling us what they would like to see changed, or would I like to try this or that. I have one congregant who likes to offer me jokes to tell. They know I love certain jokes. They shall be named, they shall not be named today. But they gave me a joke here. I thought, yeah, it's short. Why don't I just tell it right off the bat? So be prepared. There's a humorous incident where a woman steps into a new bar, a new place in town for drinking, and notices a sign that says, "This is the men's bar. Men only are served here." She approaches the bar, and the bartender looks up and smiles and says, ma'am, we serve men at this bar." And she smiles back and says, "Wonderful, wonderful, I love it. I'll take 2 to go." That's worth a chuckle, isn't it? Yeah. So thank you. Approach me anytime. Bring your jokes. And if we don't laugh and they fall flat, I'll take the weight on it. One announcement I want to, before we start, I've used researched material for this message without AI assistance. So, not that makes any difference, but there we have it. And you know, it's just amazing. The meditation we heard this morning by Cheryl, and the song we just heard, the prayer by our practitioner Cheryl, the idea of going within and listening. It's almost a part of what I want to say here today. So much has been written, you know, about and said about love, Poets have always raised and praised it. But musicians have really taken it down new roads, sometimes into a side road, sometimes into even a rabbit hole. So much music is written about love lost, you know, longing for love, love gone wrong. I have an acquaintance in ministry in the Portland area at a different church, different denomination, a Christian denomination, and she claims she dislikes country western music, can't stand it. She says it's an ongoing joke. It's about country western, claiming that they mostly sing about this somebody done me wrong song, or other feelings of unfulfilled longing for love. Well, she had a real dislike for a song that I used to listen to all the time. I just kind of tuned into it, but didn't tune into the feelings of it. It was Kenny Rogers' song, a guy by the name of Kenny Rogers, and it was a song called You Picked a Fine Time to Leave Me, Lucille. Remember that? The 4 hungry children and a crop in the field. Wrong time. Well, yeah, I understand where she's coming from, but my take on music, all music, is that we being creatures who crave belonging, we like touch and feeling alive, and the sweetness of pleasure that's found in the delights of just loving something or someone. Music kind of stirs and sets our hearts just humming with feelings, no matter what it is, sad or sweet. Even the ache of love beyond our immediate moment sets us afire with feeling alive. I like that. Our body responds to our feelings. And it turns out, when science-wise, our bodies are really a miracle all by themselves. Our body by itself is a miracle. What a vehicle for us to live and express life without our even thinking about it. It functions almost beyond comprehension. Just maybe the article I read said that fact alone is proof that there's really a divine intelligence running the show. Surely something is driving the law of physics and nature, something. And our feelings seem to be our own barcode indicating that love is something to do, got something to do with it all, whether it's longing or loving. So it seems that we can become enthralled by a song of longing for love, out of reach or lost. And we know as we grow, this is the key now, that there's only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. That's like in the song we sang before the prayer. Beautiful song. We don't just feel it in our heart either, you know. That kind of a song, I feel it in the very all of me, the allness of me. It's in my bones. But, you know, there's really some deep, life-impacting, heart-rich, what I call truths, not just facts about life regarding the subject of love, and the many ways it just dances through our lives. I think it benefits us to just go ahead and inquire and address the word I use as lodestone of our human love that satisfies and yet expands our life and love of life. There's a big truth about love. It's called a love truth. And I didn't make that up. I read that. But I'm going to mention it because we talked about it in the message by Catherine Kim in the guide this morning. We get these messages for our readers out of a little magazine. Most of you are familiar with that. It's called Science of Mind magazine. It's really an amazing thing. Those guides every day just really can put you on the right track. But the thing about that, it's a state of approach towards love. It's called self-love. Self-love. I always lived, when I was growing up and everything, my grandmother and my parents, not to be too full of myself, to where being proud of yourself or so on. But I'm kind of shifting on that. Because, you know, there's a lot of advice out there in today's world advising us to do what is called self-care. I've got many people talking to me about that, and I'm still trying to understand that. But it's also believed to be foundationed by self-love. Self-care, self-love. And it's not talking about the false-centered ego love that was mentioned also by Catherine. In the front of that magazine, I wish I had one. I've got a piece written out there by Dr. Michelle Medrano. She wrote all these daily guides for this month of August. She right up front asked 2 introspective questions. And these questions are really something I really thought about. The first question is, do you love you? And then the other question is just one to add to it, I guess. What if love is really the lodestone, the word I love to use, of life? What if love is the lodestone? The lodestone, the foundation stone upon which love rests and ready to build this rich, joy-filled, loving life, a way to encourage us to craft our lives rather than just live a life. Don't just get through life. You want to craft things. In the first daily guide this month, she quoted Bo Taplin, a well-known Australian writer, and he wrote this. He said, "Self-love is an ocean, and your heart is a vessel. Make full, and any excess shall spill over into the lives of the people you love, but you must fill it first." Fill it first. And to me, that sounds like a way we can expand our life to expand love out to raise and praise our world and others in the world to new heights. Simple and sweet, but make ourselves full, overflow. Don't worry about spilling, because it's going to spill over into other lives. And you can't have too much love. It's like the old song talks about, you can't ever have too much fun. Well, loving is a lot of fun, if you haven't discovered that. Our reading of the day by Catherine Kim really was a good one. She quoted Oscar Wilde's words, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance." And in the body of the daily guide, she read, "To fall in love with ourselves, requires some of the same things that a great romance with another person would cover." Where do we start? We got to be interested in who we really are, first off. Got to be willing to find ourselves captivating, fascinating. What is there about us that really makes us really feel like we're something else? And we have to be willing to realize it's always a choice. It's always a choice to make. And we talk a lot about choices here, making choices. Dr. Holmes, we like to talk about him too. We love to quote him. He wrote about the spiritual universe in you, and he's quoted as saying, "Here in the integrity of our own soul, in the personal simplicity of our own heart, we can prove what the ages have longed for, lived for, prayed for, and that is at last, though we've known it, and the world is beginning to know it, at last it is that divinity has temporarily clothed itself in humanity to represent divine presence in the world, so that love could be a realistic thing on the physical level. Our godness of us, who we are, really knows God's other name, love. God's other name is love. And there again, if you really think about it, that's what our meditations is for. We can feel that in our bones. We can feel that in ourselves. All that we are is love, is God. Can we really accept that? That's the key to unlocking any mysteries that love showers onto us in our human experiences. It all begins according to what those who have experienced it. It begins with self-love, allowing love to take us over in all of our being as an expression of God walking on this good earth. Do you think of yourself as an expression of God? We talk about God created me, so that makes me something special. But are you an expression of God walking on this earth? And aren't we told that's not just a fact, that's a truth? If that's a truth, then supposed to set us free. We've been told by good report that the truth shall set us free, and that's up to us to decide what that freedom allows us to do, to be, as spiritual beings, to fly to the heights of our true nature. Going within, we don't go within when we meditate to shut out the world. We go within to better access who we really are. That special kingdom, as they called. So author U.S. Anderson, if anyone has heard of him and read any of his books, he really is good. He's kind of like a Dr. Holmes wannabe. Maybe also, I don't know. But he wrote a book called 3 Magic Words. And let me tell you, that book made a difference in my life before I got a hold of the science of mind. 3 magic words. And if anyone would deprive yourself, he says, of the expression of love, they deprive themselves of everything, all things, great and small. Anytime we deprive ourselves of love. But they hurt no one. You don't hurt anybody by depriving yourself of love, but you hurt yourself. Because the truth is that love moves through all the universe. We talk about that here. Love moves through all the universe. And once we become aware of that truth, we can discover that life itself is the creation. Life is creation. All creation is a labor of love. We all know that life becoming ready during birth is going into labor. And once the labor of birthing is finished and we're blessed with that new baby in our arms, we usually look back on the experience as a labor of love. Now, I'm speaking from a man's viewpoint here. You understand, right? Okay. Well, but still, I've seen it in the faces of my daughter, my wife, and others with that new baby. Right, Ari? Yeah. Labor of love, and looking deeper into life, we'll discover that love is the motivating law of life, a motivating law, not just a law, but a motivating life. It motivates us. The author goes on to say in that book, it can't be more clear. Life seeks to know it has purpose and seeks knowing what that purpose may be. Life seeks for knowledge. That's why we inquire. That's why we question. And nothing, the truth is about creation, nothing can spring full-bodied from the creativeness of the universal consciousness, if you want to call it that, unless there is a desire born out of knowing we want to contribute to life. We don't just want to exist in life. We want to contribute. As usually, I think, as expressions of God love, once we discover that. Continuing creation with knowing that the essence of creativeness is the love of life. You can't love life, you can't be creative without one or the other. Not just to have an existence, but to have a purpose in crafting a life. And in the mystery of, or unknown that is locked or revealed or for the human mind about that, our life expanding with love, it calls upon love to push us, draw us forward, propel us, and pull us forward into something more than just living. That's been a tough one with me all my life. Taking care of business has been my business. Always taking care of business. Taking care of things that are call for my attention. You see, according to this article I was reading, facets of love, expressions of love. Each of us has unique facets. We have these unique talents. Sometimes many facets or talents. There's multi-talented people in this congregation right here. I know them. And these unique talents, through them, we, as in our human beingness, God has become and expressed as something really pretty unique in the universe. My fingerprints are the only fingerprints in the same. They can't be matched by anyone else in the world, and yours can't either. We are unique, and so it is when we discover our relationship with God. God has become expressed as something unique in the universe through our being here, being alive. Now, let me ask a question, just offhand. I have to ask myself this question. Am I willing to accept that I am an expression of God in this world with talents and love to share and care. God so loves the world. God so loves us, enfolding us with God love. Just good words to talk to myself about. And think how wonderful it is when we can see that love is the truth of us, and therefore we are set free. We're set free by love to use these truths, these gifts of our talents, in cooperation with the universe, the expanding universe. It's not standing still. It's on the move. We're riding along with it. Here's what happens when we see ourselves this way. We become contributors, not just users or takers. We're not here to be plunderers, although we haven't proven that to the world. We're here in stewardship. If we go back to the most ancient of scriptures for like in the Bible there, for example, stewardship was it all about. We become stewards. We're in stewardship with God. It's that simple. But I want to switch into a different direction here just for a minute. Sometimes it's an odd fact that's masquerading as truth, and it's at work in the human condition all the time. It's an odd fact that's very strange to me, but when it was presented this way, I kind of got it. Hate is a kinship to love. The odd fact is that in truth, they're working out of the same exact force, power. They're pressing in upon human experience. So why would I bring up hate? I'm supposed to be talking about love. Well, especially most of us like to say, we don't hate anything. I don't hate anyone. No, I'm fine on that. No, not. But the truth is, we're all careless in the way we express our emotions. Okay, how many times have you heard, or have you said it yourself, oh, dang, I just hate when I do something like that. Or I just hate the way or don't you just hate it when, forgetting how powerful our words are. The atmosphere around us, is responsive to that. But the facts are, here's the truth. I don't hate to tell you this. The fact is, hate is just simply a negation of love. That's the kinship here. Just as poverty is the negation of abundance. Truth is, there's just the same force at work in love and hate. It's a universal law that responds to the quality of the energy we put into it. In love, it works positively. It's just that simple. Beneficially, supportively, with love. While in hate, it works negatively and sometimes destructively. All that comes from what? Golly, haven't we heard it more than one time? Our freedom of choice. Our freedom of choice. We choose. We get to choose. That's our privilege, you bet. If we don't choose, the world's going to choose for us. That's the truth. Once we get that down, then we realize, okay, something going on here. Every moment of every day, we are engaged in the spiritual force of creating. We hope, we plan, we consider, we desire, we act, we fear, we use our will to love. We're joyful, we're embittered, we're always, we're creating. We're not just co-creators. We are actual creators. It's only one life force, of course. We talk about this one power throughout the entire universe, and we can use it. Well, we can use it. We are that when we use it. And the truth is, it does create all things according to what we conceive and what we accept and what we allow. The truth is that it creates for us that way. It is us. The allow, I like the word to what we allow because that's a good word. Willingness to accept what we're willing to settle for. What we're willing to settle for. The right use of this power creates a blessing, and the wrong use of it, we call it negative use of this power, creates dismay or harm or even disaster. So here's what we can count on, always. This power, which pervades the universe, it doesn't exist in the universe, it pervades. It doesn't stand still, it's on the move. It's pervasive. It's all things. It's just all things. It's in all things. It is all things. It serves us or it masters us. And what makes the difference? It's all according to our, first off, our perception, but the final truth is the choice is always up to us. And that's the other thing that we have to think about. Do I want to accept that? My choices are really what make things work? Now, I just want to start finishing by I want to uncover a hidden culprit that's always knocking at love's door. It's peeking into windows. It's like a voyeur. And it's called fear. Fear lurks in the background, waiting always to slide in. Am I going to lose this love? Is this going to work, really? But the truth about fear, here's something that's up for us to reset our, take a deep breath, a release breath of relief. The truth about fear is that it's powerless to use the force or the power that you can. Fear cannot use the force or the universal law at all. Fear is like a parasite. It seeps in, but it doesn't know how to use the force. It just chatters, unfulfilled, undecided, tentatively moving forward, tentatively sliding backwards, sometimes going in a circle, until we become action-orientated, negatively or positively, through loving or the other. And of course, that all is structured, going right back to it again, the power of choice. Fear loves to be fed by anger and negativity. You know that, I know that, I've felt it. But it's probably born out of the human ego to want to control. Any measure of love, we're told, any measure of love, Dr. Holmes mentioned that, any measure of love will take care of that. It's potently effective to neutralize fear. And the truth is, we can choose to feed fear or cut off its energy supply, because after all, when you think about it, we're the beings who are multifaceted. We're talented. We're born out of love. And with love, love is forever ours to be. I like that simple country western song that says, if love isn't forever, then what's forever for? Yeah, I like that. So, in closing, I want to share my personal revelation about love rising to new heights in my life. My personal revelation is that there are no secrets to life. To love, to succeed in crafting my own life, it's not a secret on how to do that. I'm given constant blessing and opportunity with all the events that unfold, which calls for my attention, which says, this is yours to do. I'm given this constant blessing. If it's not a blessing, it's an opportunity to discover what is always about love, what I believe about myself, and willing to allow what others in my life hold dear to them and support them. I believe in no secrets. Instead, I desire discoveries. I'm always looking for a discovery, to discover what is always ready, waiting for my ever becoming more aware and more awake to why I've come to earth, why I've been given birth. There's another song to that, isn't there, Ari? Why have you come to earth? Why have you been given birth? Yeah, to love, serve, and remember. And what do you remember? You remember who you really are. I have my very own fingerprints to leave upon the world, just as each one of you has your own fingerprints to leave upon the world, because the fingerprints of God are already on us. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Yeah, never lose my way. I always looking for not an exit, just looking for another door and being excited about where it might lead me. Because the surprises are like having a birthday party. Happy birthday, Phyllis. I love you. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. Now, you want to listen to this song she's going to play. This is a sweet one.
This is a song called Amazing Things by Michael Gott. Please sing along if you are inspired. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings. And with every step you take, you bless the progress that you make, the reason you live. Is there in every gift you give? Love your life, love your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. And all the places you will go, and the people you will know, worry when, where, or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things. You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes and take a breath and smile. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing, you will do amazing things. Will you sing I with me? Amazing, amazing, I will do amazing things. One more time. Amazing, amazing, I will do amazing things.
That was amazing. Thank you, Ari.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you. And so now is the time in our service, we call it an offertory, and I was thinking about that. Sure, as we bring our offerings forward to support this community, but listen, I would like to invite us to have an offering of gratitude for who we are and what we are, and just make this a personal gratitude time. I bring my offerings forward, whatever that offering is, in love. Just a gift in love. And perhaps, it can be a gift in love for anything, for anybody, for just a gratitude offering. So let's say together our offertory affirmation. Divine love, moving in and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
And so it is.
I am grateful. I am grateful for abundance in my life. I am grateful. I am grateful for the abundance in my life. I am grateful. I am grateful for the abundance in my life.
And knowing the power of gratitude to move experiences, to manifest in our life. And so what I am grateful for, I know shows up. There is no power greater than the power of our words and the power of our thoughts to bring into our beingness a manifestation of the quality of our life. And so in this moment, to myself, I just think of what I am grateful for. Just take a moment and be grateful for. Be aware of what you are most grateful for. Because see, here's the way it works. What we are grateful for expands in our experience. So it behoves us as we go forward today to be in that place of gratitude, blessing every experience. And I am grateful for each one of you and for this center and for all life. And I just say, thank you, God, and so it is. And so let's stand together and say our prayer of protection and then our peace song. Of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us all. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.